This is Mark Mahoney, 851, Module 8, Legal Aspects of Teacher Evaluation. Looking at the three articles, the first article is National Education Association. The bargaining law evaluation should be a teacher partnership with the district, with the state, and states are able to implement their own style of evaluation where student achievement and growth are determined. I saw one article where Connecticut is basing their evaluations strictly on test scores. Other states have that ability, but state by state is how they do their evaluation. I believe, and so does the article, student test scores don't equal teacher quality or effectiveness. It is a small step, but it is not the only step in looking at the appraisal of a teacher. The next article, teacher evaluation heads to the courts. One thing they did not look at was the class size. Was it a 30-to-1 ratio? The population throughout the community, was it diverse? Was it spread out throughout the community? What did that exactly look like? How many different observers viewed the teacher? Was it just the principal? Was it an assistant principal? One thing I find very interesting is that as a PE teacher, when I have an administrator come into my classroom who's never taught PE or never lived in that world, sometimes their evaluations are different than when I have a former PE teacher who's my principal view my classroom. He understands the dynamics of it, and that's one thing that we all need to look at as principals, is that we are evaluating the same way regardless of the classroom. And the last article was just kind of an overview of teacher evaluation. By the 2000s, teacher evaluation had become one of the most hot topics throughout the country, K through 12. The data is showing that teacher scores are very high, and the new evaluations are helping that. And the last thing that I really liked was what constitutes a proficient teacher in one state may not in a different state or even a different district. I think that's one thing that weighs heavily on teachers' mind, is it can be viewed differently per administrator, per state, per district. USD 233, new teachers, 0 to 4 years. Their appraisal overview looks like this. There is a pre-conference that is scheduled, at least 30 minutes. There's a summative evaluation by the administrator. We have 2 scheduled and 1 non-scheduled. After the evaluation, there's a post-conference, and all that information, and you look there, I've highlighted, is our MLP file library document. We have a very large document that we can add data, add documents, look at documents from administrators for feedback. But I think feedback is the key to any new teacher. But I know we spend a lot of time with our new teacher evaluation because we also use a mentor program. Tenure teachers, or teachers with 4+ years in the district, their appraisal overview is a little bit different. Every year we are asked to collect and analyze student performance. Their data reflect on, is that teaching of that data or getting that data working, and we are to implement new plans based on our standards for student and teacher improvement. At February to March, we are to meet with our administrator after they've observed us to go over this plan that we put in place, and then we upload it on the MLP file library as the new teachers do. This is a great way for us to look at our data year to year to year, and for our appraiser to look at it when they give us a summative evaluation, and we have a post-conference that we are meeting the standards or exceeding the standards, and here's the proof to do that. All educators in our district are asked to participate in the appraisal process through self-evaluation, through post and pre-conference, and through collaboration with administrators and other colleagues. Our district has a mentor program where we can work with teachers that have been in the district for a long period of time. I had taught for 5 years. I moved here. They gave me a mentor for 3 years. I didn't think I needed one, but I really think after those 3 years, I knew a lot more about the district, what the district wants from us, and very beneficial for any teacher moving to this district. Appraisers, they're educators, former educators that are now administrators, and their job is to provide professional feedback and be very supportive in the skills that they want to see us improve. We manage all those records through MLP, like I put on there, and I really like that because you can go back to that, plus you have documentation of what your appraiser said, what your evaluation said, and different ways to collect, report data, rubrics, look at the standards. And the biggest piece that they ask of us, and I will ask as a principal, is self-reflection. Through self-reflection, through collaboration, through communication, I think that you can look at the positives that you're doing in the classroom, things that might need improvement, and areas that you can continue to grow on, and people that you can learn from. We're all not experts. I think we can always learn from each other. And through our district and through this process, we're able to collaborate with our entire department and through our mentor program. We have an IRT in our building, instructional resource teacher. We also have an IRT that is in charge of that subject area at the district. Their main job is to coordinate, facilitate different techniques and tools for your classroom to help you become a better teacher. Maybe it might be your bell work or your opening 5-minute activity. IRT's job is to give you those resources and to help you improve upon your teaching. And the IRT are very good. They teach about 2 or 3 hours a day here. Then the rest of the time they are master educators that we have access to and we can use regardless of your subject area, but they are very beneficial to our school and our young teachers especially. Teacher resource. The biggest thing is that Human Resources have updated the progress. They're talking about our new concerns through documentation and how especially new educators can find ways to improve, meet the expectations of the administrator and the district, and feel that they are comfortable. If they're not, if it is a struggling teacher, if they have gone through these steps, they've gone through a mentor, they've gone through the appraisal process, they've gone through all these steps, we then turn to building level support, where any struggling new educator or struggling career educator can find several activities to gain a better grasp of their classroom, of the way they're handling students. And our goal is not to not renew a teacher. Our goal is to support them, give them the tools that they need. And one of our district people said that we've got to communicate with them on a weekly basis. We can't just give them a script and say, here you go, here's how you fix it. We need to communicate with them once a week, let them speak to us, what can we do for them, and how can we improve upon their teaching ability.